No civilization ever collapsed because it ran out of rules. They collapsed because the rules tried to stop the flow. Water does not argue. It does not negotiate. It does not need permission. It moves. It finds the lowest resistance, the smallest crack, the forgotten edge. When blocked, it pools. When constrained, it pressures. When ignored, it floods. And when given space, it sustains everything it touches. Money behaves the same way. For most of human history, value moved freely through trade, trust, and shared survival. Grain became currency. Salt became power. Gold became memory, not because someone declared it so, but because people agreed it worked. Flow created legitimacy, not authority. Then came the dams, borders, banks, ledgers, titles, permissions, intermediaries. Structures built not to help water move, but to decide who controls the valve. At first, dams feel safe. They promise stability, predictability, protection from chaos. They convince people that stillness is strength, but still water rots. Every system that prioritizes control over circulation eventually poisons itself. The signs are always the same: stagnation, inequality, pressure buildup, and sudden collapse that no one claims responsibility for. This is not ideology, it is physics. The mistake we keep repeating humans: mistake ownership for authority. We draw lines on maps and call them borders. We stamp paper and call it money. We write rules and call them law. But none of those things move value. People do. Time does, energy does, flow does. The moment a system forgets that its purpose is to facilitate movement, it becomes a mechanism of friction. And friction, when monetized, becomes power. Fees, delays, gatekeeping, complexity disguised as safety. The modern financial world did not become broken overnight. It became over-engineered, layer upon layer of abstraction, until the average person no longer understands what they own, where it is, or who truly controls it. When people lose visibility, they lose agency. When they lose agency, they accept dependency. When dependency becomes normalized, control no longer needs force. It only needs silence. Why water terrifies power. Water cannot be centralized forever. You can dam a river, but only temporarily. You can redirect it, but never permanently. You can tax it, but only where it surfaces. Every empire that attempted total control over flow eventually learned the same lesson. Pressure always finds release. This is why decentralized systems are not new. They are ancient. Trade routes, merchant networks, informal economies, black markets, barter systems, underground exchanges. Whenever authority overreaches, water goes underground. The mistake modern systems made was believing digitization meant domination, that converting value into numbers meant it could be frozen, reversed, or confiscated without consequence. But water doesn't care about formats. It cares about access. Flow is not freedom, it is reality. This book is not about rebellion. It is not about overthrowing institutions. It is not about replacing one ideology with another. It is about seeing clearly. Money is not moral. Systems are not evil. Power is not inherently corrupt. But anything that blocks flow without accountability will eventually collapse under its own weight. The question is not whether change is coming. The question is whether you will recognize it as flow or mistake it for chaos. A different way to look at money. What if money was not something to hoard, but something to circulate? What if value was measured not by accumulation, but by optionality? What if security came not from walls, but from mobility? Water does not ask for loyalty. It rewards adaptability. Those who learn to move with it survive droughts, floods, and storms. Those who try to command it are eventually erased by it. This is the law of water, not a manifesto,